Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. This is Supercoach Pro. Today's video I am doing the round 16 score review for Supercoach. So my score there is 2,493. Top 2% this week, so not too bad. I'm not going to gloat about it because I only went up 141 spots, but it's better than going down. Want to get back to 300 rank, but also that top 1,000 is pretty set, and I think there's a big gap between the top 100 and the top 1,000, that's for sure. So we'll go have a look at my side, and just a few interesting things. I noticed I watched most of the games on the weekend. There's only the Saturday games. I didn't really get to see too many of them. So we'll start with the back line as usual. Rory Laird. Oh, sorry, obviously I haven't logged in. It's just doing this pretty much live. So it's Rory Laird 129. I was actually thinking about doing a cheeky VC on this bloke, but I didn't have the option because I had a feeling McRae would be sub, and he was, and then he actually played, so I'm glad I didn't run that risk. And as we can see here, I went for Oliver, which was a bad idea. The thought behind that was De Boer wasn't playing, so I thought Oliver would have a free run at the G, and he normally scores well at the MCG. So that backfired. That's another story in itself. But yeah, Laird really solid now. If you don't have him, he's probably at his most expensive at the moment, but he's definitely worth it, especially because he's DPP status as well. Mills is solid. He's not going to hurt you if you don't have him. He's not like he's averaging 125 or 130. So he's been solid since round 2 of getting him in. So yeah, really rate that pick at the moment. 107 for Stewart. I feel like this bloke always get underscored every time he plays. So yeah, 107 you'll definitely take in your back line, and Whitfield 81 not so good. I didn't get to see too much of that game. I got to see the first half, and yeah, Josh Kelly was looking like he was going to go on fire, and he slowed down, so that was a bit annoying as well in that same game. Jordan Ridley, I think that's back-to-back tons now, so I reckon he's taking the kickouts again, so if you don't already have this bloke, it's probably time to get him in at this price, sub 500. It's yeah, look, he's got 3 tons. You probably grab him. Jaden Shaw's an interesting one. Richmond played horrible on Thursday night. People were writing off Richmond and West Coast, saying end of the era, but you never know. Like, all these teams can do is make top 8, and they could win 4 in a row, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Richmond looked horrible, and Short's not doing too well. He's sort of, yeah, if you're going by patterns, it means he scores 100 next week, hopefully. So yeah, what do you do with Short? If you've probably got extra trades, you can probably get rid of him. Maybe if you've got 5 or 6 trades, definitely go sideways. Find somebody in that sort of price range, or maybe someone, like a Mills or a Stewart's in the same range. It's only 60 grand more. Bianco, that's solid. It's a bounce back game. I'm glad they kept the faith and playing him in. The team still, Collingwood not really playing for much, so it's about getting the youth out of these kids now. So he's not bad for cover. So you definitely don't want to be fielding him or Highmore though. Steele, he's so solid. You look at his last 6 weeks, and I think he's definitely a VC option. I don't know why I haven't been running VC option. I think because I don't have loophole options for the St Kilda games at the moment. But yeah, 154, super impressive again. And yeah, if you picked him up for the right price at 563, which is what I did, I'm pretty sure, he's been an absolute steal for you. Oliver is interesting. I'm not going to recommend trading him out. I don't think there's any point. He's one of his lowest games, but they've got Hawthorn and Gold Coast coming up, so it's probably, a lot of percentage teams have him, so, and they're running a Boak or somebody else instead if they don't have him, so it's not really much of a point trading him out, because he's going to probably get 200 points against Adelaide in round 22, so he's my keeper. I'm not going to get rid of him. I paid 700k for him, which is ridiculous, but a lot of people who bought in the bond would have done the same, and he scored about 80-something today. Merritt 107. He's super consistent. I don't feel like he's much of a VC option, because with VCs you want a really high ceiling, and his ceiling just isn't there. Like, I say he's got a 147, but it's not like he's got a 170 in his system or anything like that, like a Zorko. Um, and yeah, I think Parrish next year will have to be the one you start over Merritt. He just seems to be the better player in general. And yeah, when him and Danger tore it apart Friday night, I just thought, wow, my team's got no hope, and still moved up even with those big scores. Josh Kelly, 118. This guy's super annoying. He was on like 89 at half time, and once again just does bugger all the last half of the game. So he's probably not going to hurt you if you don't own him. He's only gone really big once, but apart from that, he's sort of like that Jared Lyons pick where he's just consistent, but he's not really going to sting you too often. But he's at a good price. So same with Walshy. He's an excellent price. I wanted to VC him. I was thinking about it because Freo don't have many midfielders, but again, didn't have the loophole option at the time. He's a guy you should probably bring in, especially for this price. He doesn't have too many bad scores in there. He can be acceptable to the tag, but is what it is. Brayshaw, excellent pickup. I say that he has missed a game and thrown an 80 and 90, but for the price, I don't really care. He's been great as a M7. Pendlebury is finally the man I wanted him to be. I don't need him to average, 115 because I bought him for 400 and something, 424. I just need him to score hundreds every week, and that's what he did. So that's a fantastic result for Pendlebury. You can tell he's definitely wanting to find the ball. He doesn't look injured anymore. So if you need to finish off your side and you've only got 510k, I don't think he's the worst option you could go for. Grundy, really solid pick. I wanted to VC this man too, and I was so undecided this week, to be honest. I only ran McRae as captain because I thought McRae and Bont would have a field day, and I just didn't want to have someone having Bont scoring 150. And then, yeah, it turns out it was sort of the move of the week because McRae went nuts and Bont did nothing, which was nice because he doesn't play well against North. And also, just before we get into Hickey's score, Neil, I did say he'd be laid out, and he was. I'm not Nostradamus or whatever you call him because I didn't see Naughton coming. So, yeah, Newcomb and Bramble too. If you've got these two guys, you don't want to run them as your M8, but they're solid bench cover, and this is why you pay up for job security instead of a Madden or a Kieran Briggs type. You just pay for job security any day of the week. I am off topic because I'm doing all this in one take. Normally I do about 5 takes. So, Hickey is my opposing captain. I always say captain. Is my opposing ruckman to Gawn. So he's a pod ruckman, and he scored 12 points more than Gawn. It's probably only, he hasn't really done much the last 2 weeks, but I don't mind having a pod ruckman, especially in the top 1%. I'm hoping Hickey just, has a better end of the season than what Gawn does. So, 112, he's fantastic. He sort of outplayed Nick Nat, which is amazing for a guy that's got chicken legs. He just seems to be able to get around the ground and always looks like he's going to get hurt. And he's the most paranoid pick of a player to have because he just looks like he's not going to finish off a game. And 8% of sides, and hopefully he can get to 600k and I can straight swap him for Gawn maybe if Gawn turns his form around. It's another story in itself. I am rambling tonight. I am sorry. Like I've been just waiting for the Supercoach to upload and it's finally out. So Zeeble 121 and Hall 118. It was like they were just playing kick to kick, to be honest, against that Dogs game, which was really good to see because any time a Bulldogs player missed, you knew these guys were just going to kick to each other. I swear these guys have each other in Supercoach themselves. They've got a excellent combination. Love the pick. I hope no one traded him out after 73 last week because that would have just been stupid. 86 from Martin. I paid 420 something for him, so I don't care. The 4-9's pretty horrendous anyway. 57 for Green. Not so great. In saying that, this is his first better week for me, and he's got Gold Coast, so that might be a cheeky VC. That would actually be really funny. But yeah, on the Green note, this is a big call, but I think Waitman will be that sort of Toby Green mould in the next few years. He was amazing. If anyone actually fielded him, which I'm going to have to this week because Naughton's got a concussion because he's a soft bugger, but that's okay. Hawkins 108. Yeah, this was a weird game. On Friday night, Hawkins couldn't get near it until Jeremy Cameron got injured, did his hammy. And yeah, Hawkins scored 108 because he was the lead up target, whereas in the first half they were looking up for Jeremy Cameron. Waitman, I obviously didn't have on my field. I had Naughton, but Waitman had a game of his life. I'll probably leave him on this week because I don't want to trade out any players. I've only got 2 trades left. But yeah, so bench cover wise, shout out to Theo. He's asking me about this before. Personally, I'm just going to hold these guys. I don't see any reason to trade them. I think as a Tiger supporter, Richmond will probably give CJ some game time still. Even when Nate returns, I still think he'll get some games. I don't think he's worth trading. His break even's 90. Richmond got a decent fixture coming up, even though they couldn't beat Gold Coast. Oh, that's not decent though. They got Lions and Geelong. So, look, if you got the luxury of trading, but there's nothing to trade into. Rookies this time of year, apart from that Gold Coast guy, I forget his name, so I do apologise. I think he's 140k. There's no one really to trade him to, so yeah, I'm not in a position where I can. That's what the team looks like. I'll just go through history real quick to see where I have stuffed up. And I'm going to start somewhere. I've been trading every week. That's my biggest problem. And it's to fix sides, and you make excuses doing this, this, and that. And eventually it's going to catch up to you. And yeah, I'm left with 2 trades, but what do? This is the other. If you don't know how to do this too, just go to season rank and see what you've been ranked every week. And this is really annoying. I was ranked 339 round 9, and I've just been going up and down ever since. So yeah, I don't know what is in store for my team around the corner. I'm not going to make any trades this week. I'll just hold because my last 2 trades are just going to be injury trades. But I think I'm way too far to catch number 1. He's 36. What do we got? 36,341. 36,341. What am I? 36,341. Wow. He's almost like 2,000 points ahead, and there's like 8 rounds to go or something. So yeah, no way you're going to catch number 1. So if you're on the same boat as me and you're in the top 1k, you just almost want to win a weekly 2k prize. There's no point going all out for 50k when you're 2,000 points out. You'd have to have like a 3,000 a week. Anyway, I've just been rambling the whole video. So, look, if you got any trade moves and you got trades left, let me know what trade plans you're thinking. I can give you my opinion on them and whatever. But yeah, let me know how you guys scored this week. It'll be interesting to see how many people scored about that 2-5. I think that was about par, around 2-5. Anything over 2-5, you're just an absolute jet. Anyway, I'll do my video on Wednesday because I'm pretty sure there's a Thursday game. Don't believe this thing here. I'm sure I read a Thursday. Whoa, it says all Friday. Anyway, I've been going way too long. Leave the thumbs up, like if you like this video. I'll do some more content probably Wednesday before the game starts again. I'll catch you all. Have a good weekend. Week. Bye.